This video is brought to you by
Cool green clothing coming straight up out of that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on now, come and show some love and show some support. Go online right now, coolgreenclothing.com, and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube, fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. If you have lived long enough, then we all know life can get hard sometimes. Whether people deal with financial issues, struggling to survive, the pain of losing someone they were close to, or the stress and pressure of everyday living and maintaining out here. We have all had our moments where we felt like the weight of the world was on our shoulders. You could have been going through something with nobody to call and talk to, not knowing how to get out of the situation. And that's when some people start to feel like it's me against the world and all I got is myself. While some individuals are strong enough and emotionally stable to deal with their problems head on with logical thinking and figuring out a solution, others struggle in that area. Their issues and problems become mountains that they just can't seem to get around. They develop a sense of feeling defeated and feel like the world and everyone else is smiling, moving around, living life just fine, but they are stuck. That can mess with a person's mental. Even though as a grown man or woman, we should all know we can't blame other people for our problems, position in life, or how you feel about yourself. Some individuals choose to wake up mad at the world, feeling like society has let them down. And that misplaced anger can be a recipe for disaster. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing the case of a quiet loner who took out her frustrations about life on coworkers. Back in 2018, 26-year-old Snowshia Mosley was navigating life in Baltimore. The young lady had a pretty normal upbringing with her mother and siblings. She graduated from Overly High School in Baltimore County, and after that, she tried to attend Baltimore Community College for a few, before realizing she needed money and school wasn't it for her. So the young lady decided it was time to go to work. Snowshia, who friends and family referred to as Snow, had been dealing with a particular situation since a teenager. See, the young woman, even though sweet and kind, didn't feel much like she was feminine and really felt she wanted to live her life as a man. It was something the young lady struggled with to come out to family and friends. But back in 2016, when she did, she was shocked for the response her people gave her. They told her they already knew and they still loved her for who she was. With that, Snow started identifying as a trans man. Fast forward back to 2018, Snow could finally be herself. She even got in a committed relationship with a 34-year-old woman named Sharon Foster. The two seemed happy. They grabbed an apartment in Baltimore County, and Snow always was on the hunt for new opportunities or a good job. But it seemed to be something deeper going on with her. At the time, to the outside world, she was sweet, laid back, quiet, and a cool person. But her girlfriend soon realized Snow had mental issues. She would often zap out, have mood swings, and go into manic episodes, and talk about hurting herself. She soon went to talk to a doctor, when in fact, they determined she had problems with her mental. But Snow brushed the situation off. She didn't receive her medication and kept living life. She would often vent to friends from high school, including one person in particular. She told them everything about her life. She wrote poetry. She would read this person her poems to the point they wanted to help Snow turn her writings into a documentary about her struggles with identity and being herself. They felt they could help someone else out there suffering from the same thing. But Snow was hesitant. She hated the limelight or being the center of any attention. As months went by, Snow described herself as feeling alienated, separated from the world. She felt she didn't fit in or belong, so her and her girlfriend just stayed to themselves. But Sharon still had to deal with Snow's mental breakdowns. Snow decided she would go out one day and purchase a handgun. With no criminal record, just minor traffic tickets, she bought a registered firearm and took it home. Sharon felt like Snow was changing, and her intuition was confirmed when one night Snow upped the gun on her after getting frustrated over a simple argument. Snow quickly caught herself and apologized, but still had outbursts and violent thoughts. Testing Sharon one day, telling her I should go buy a machete and chop some people up. Brushing it off, Sharon just thought the young lady was venting and feeling frustrated about life. The two had financial issues as well. Struggling to make ends meet also was heavy on Snow's heart. But she would soon get a bright light of hope when through a temp agency, she landed what is considered a good job right outside of Baltimore County at the Rite Aid Distribution Center in Aberdeen, Maryland. With a job that paid decent, she now thought she could provide for her and Sharon, but money still was tight. Having an expensive apartment out White Marsh, Snow still felt frustrated, but she went to work every day smiling and chopping it up with her coworkers. Everyone liked the young lady. Despite her being a loner and quiet person, she never rubbed anybody the wrong way. On September 19th, 2018, Snow and Sharon got ready to go to bed before Snow stated, "Hold up, let me pray my last time." Not thinking too much about it, Sharon was quiet while Snow prayed. Then they went to sleep. The next morning, Snow headed to work. When a little bit after 10 a.m., Sharon received a call from police telling her she can come retrieve her car from the warehouse. Confused, she asked what was going on and what was her girlfriend. Before then turning on the news, there had been a shooting at the job where 6 people had been shot. In a panic, Sharon went to the closet and saw Snow's gun was gone. At the Rite Aid warehouse, police was everywhere. The streets was blocked off and workers were being evacuated from the building and what was described as a mass shooting. Over 3 people were in stable condition, but 3 more unfortunately wouldn't survive their injuries. They were 45-year-old Sunday Aguda, who was a Nigerian native living in Baltimore, working hard to send money back home to his kids. Sunday was married and was the sole provider for his wife and kids. The second victim was 41-year-old Bridger Gary, a mother of 2 that had just moved to Baltimore from Nepal to give her kids a better life. She had only been at the job 3 weeks and moved to Towson 4 months prior from Nepal. The last and youngest victim was 21-year-old Helene Reyes. She too was from another place, the Dominican Republic. She was a mother of a 2-year-old daughter and also moved to the States for a better life. It was only her second day at the job. As more information came out, police got word of a suspect, 26-year-old Snowshea Mosley, but she was MIA. Not long after, police found the young lady suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. She was rushed to a local hospital, but she also would pass away from her injuries. As workers grieved, police looked for a motive. Some co-workers stated the usually quiet and cool Snow, who got along with everybody, came to work that morning angry with a chip on her shoulder and tried to start a fight with another worker. As the person brushed her off while they were all outside the building getting ready to walk in, she upped the gun and started shooting with no target in mind before chasing people in the building, letting off more shots, hitting 6 people in total. As news spread and loved ones came to check on their family who worked at the warehouse, people that knew Snow couldn't believe the situation, that a quiet, humble young woman had snapped like that. But no one was in more shock than Sharon. She felt she should have been up to stop Snow from grabbing a gun or took her outburst and the things she was saying more seriously. But she thought Snow was just talking out loud and venting. The families of the victims had to all live with the pain that their loved ones lost their lives for simply just waking up, going to work. As the story made national headlines, Snow's family and friends felt she was being painted as a monster. They all stated they didn't know what happened. They couldn't imagine her just waking up and deciding to shoot people. But unfortunately, it all was true, and the damage was already done. In a sad ending, Sharon felt lost without Snow, and partly responsible. 4 people were gone. She couldn't afford the apartment and got evicted. Her friends noticed strange behavior, like her still texting Snow's phone even though the young lady was gone. Then on October 31st, Halloween 2018, she herself also ended it all, leaving the count of lives lost at 5. Till this day, it's still no steady motive on why Snow snapped, other than feeling isolated in society, dealing with identity issues and financial struggles. Pressure busts pipes, and life is only what you choose to make it and care about. That's why you will sometimes see a homeless person with a bigger smile on their face and on the street happier than a millionaire who has it all. It's a struggle every day for all of us, and it starts with the mind. If your mind isn't right, eventually you will break. Some say talk to a therapist. Others say just pray about it. But unfortunately for some people, they feel like the pain and struggle is so deep that the only way out is to leave. Rest in peace to the 3 victims in this story, and also to Snow and Sharon. I send my prayers and condolences to the families. But I want to know what's y'all thoughts on the situation in the comments. Have you ever felt you just couldn't take it and felt like snapping, like life was too much? And if so, what stopped you from going over the deep end and zapping out and losing it like Snow? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, man, crazy story, definitely. Rest in peace all the victims in this situation. Like I said, I send my prayers to their families. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.